All right, we are on Solving Systems, review number 1, assignment. Okay, so we're on the back side. Page 262, there's going to be probably 2 or 3 parts to this. So page 262, number 23. Page 262, number 23. Okay? On number 23, Gianna wants to buy a specific make and model of a used car. She researched prices from dealers and private sellers and made the graph shown. Describe the relationship in the data. So here's the data that they gave us. The data is a negative correlation because it goes downward. It says use the line of fit to predict the price of a car that is 7 years old. So if I'm going to use the line of fit, I'm going to choose 2 dots as far apart. So here's 1, and here's 2 way up there. So I'm going to use those 2 dots to find the equation. So on letter A, it's a negative correlation. It's a negative correlation. Letter B, I need to go ahead and use 2 dots. The first dot I'm going to use is 2, 9.5. The next one I'm going to use is 8, 2.5. This will give me close enough. So here we go. 2.5 minus 9.5 over 8 minus 2. So I got to find the slope first. So 2.5 minus 7.5, or 9.5 would give me negative 7. 8 minus 2 gives me 5. 7 divided by 5, if I plug it into my calculator, 7 divided by 5 gives me 1.4, so I get negative 1.4 as my slope. Y minus y1, so if this is x1, y1, so y minus 9.5 equals negative 1.4, x minus 2. Now I can go ahead and distribute. Y minus 9.5 equals negative 1.4x plus 1.4 times 2 gives me 2.8. Plus 9.5 plus 9.5, y equals negative 1.4x plus, so 9.5 gives me 12.3. So now I have my equation. If they want me to find 7, I go ahead and I'm going to plug in 7. Y equals negative 1.4 times 7 plus 12.3. Negative 1.4 times 7 plus 12.3 gives me 2.5. So 2.5, this is talking about 1,000. So this would be 2.5, so 1,000. So 2,500. 2.5 would be 2,500. The book said 3,600, but based off of my equation, that is definitely close enough. Slightly off, but that's okay. Is it reasonable to use the line of fit to predict the price in 10 years? It is actually not okay to predict that in 10 years because it would be 0 and we know it would be worth something. Now, I can also use my graph to estimate. So if this is 7 and I went up to my line, and my y value on my line would be around 3,600. So that's another way in which I can look at it, but I'm okay with both answers. Page 262, number 22. Number 22 says, what is an equation of a line that passes through 0, 1 and has a slope of 3? 0, 1, slope of 3. Well, I can use point slope. Y minus 1 equals 3 times x minus 0. Y minus 1 equals 3x plus 0, or minus 0, doesn't matter. I'm going to add 1, y equals 3x plus 1. So my answer would be D. Page 262, number 36. Number 36. It says, if f of x equals x squared minus x plus 1, find each value. So I need to find f of 5 minus 3. So I am given f of x equals x squared minus x plus 1. So I need to find f of 5 minus 3. So every x that I see, I have to plug in 5. So this would become 5 squared minus 5 plus 1, and then I have to put minus 3 in the back, because I have to subtract 3 when I find f of 5. So here we go. That gives me 25 minus 5 plus 1 minus 3. 25 minus 5 is 20 plus 1 minus 3. That's 21 minus 3, which is 18. So that would be my final answer. Page 270, number 46. Page 270, number 46. Okay. Triangle JKL is similar to JNM. What is the value of A? This is a proportion. Small triangle needs to match with big triangle. This side, 35, has to match with A, as 27 matches with 81. 35 matches with A, as 27 matches with 81. 35 times 81 gives me 2835 equals 27A. Divide by 27, and I get 105. So 105 equals A. Page 242, number 5. It states, determine whether the graphs of the following equations are parallel or perpendicular. Explain. In order to be parallel or perpendicular, I must look at the slopes. So my first equation is y equals negative 2x. My second equation is 2y equals x. My third equation is 4y equals 2x plus 4. So I need to look at my slopes. My first slope is negative 2 over 1. My second one, I have to get the y by itself. So I'm going to divide by 2, divide by 2. So my slope is 1 over 2. These are opposite inverses. That means that these two would be perpendicular. Okay? I need to get the y by itself, so I'm going to divide by 4, divide by 4, divide by 4. So I get y equals, that reduces to 1 over 2x plus 1. These are the same slope, so these would be parallel. And if these would have to be perpendicular. Okay? Page 186, number 25. After this, I will pause the video to do part 2. Page 186, number 25. Suppose y varies directly as x. Write a direct variation equation that represents x and y, then solve. Direct variation means y equals mx when there is no b, because b is 0. So I need to use this first. So on number 25, they give me y is 22. I don't know what m is, but then x is 8. I divide by 8, divide by 8. 22 divided by 8 gives me 2.75. So now when I find my equation, I have y equals 2.75x. Now they say find y when x is negative 16. So y equals 2.75 times negative 16. So I'm going to multiply this by negative 16, and I get negative 44. And I will go ahead and pause the video, and I will do part 2.